Sassy Deputy at DeputyTribe.com. I just wanted to pop on here and share a story of what had happened to us the other night. So it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was laying in my bed, and I heard, what do you need?
It says to use a fork cup, and we're doubling it, so that would be of honey.
So that would be what?
Half a cup.
Yep.
Do I use that much?
Yep.
Okay.
So it was about 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was laying in bed, and all of a sudden I heard pop, pop, pop. And I shot out of bed and I said, Alex, grab the kids and put them on the floor. And then I heard another pop, pop, pop. So I went to my window and was looking out my window. And my husband ran into the kids' room and saw two guys. The one guy had a hoodie on and had a gun in his hand. And then the other guy looked just absolutely terrified and got into his car. And then the shooter just kind of stood there for a while and kind of looked around and then got in his car and they drove away. So I called 911. And it was too dark to grab license plates, but I grabbed descriptions and all that stuff. And then, meanwhile, I went and checked on my husband. He didn't end up pulling the kids onto the floor. He just basically stood by the window to make sure that the guys were leaving or whatever. But, yeah, so then a second officer called me, and I went over everything with them, and then they blocked the whole street off, and it was marked all the casings on the ground, picked them all up, and went and chased the guy down. They did not end up catching him. What do you need? So they did not end up catching the guy. But I just wanted to jump on and share this with you guys. Some things that you can do to teach your kids how to handle a situation like that. Now, obviously mine were sleeping, but the best thing that you can do is get them on the floor under the window. You know, if you can get them behind like a brick wall or in a room that has no windows, that's even better. But when we're out and about, we have really trained our kids on different safety measures. We have different code words that we yell out. And when we yell out a certain code word, they all run behind us and have their hand on us so that we are able to protect them. We have another code word where they all lay on the ground as if there were a shooting and just kind of put their heads down or whatever. We have code words for if we send someone to pick them up. And so they have to ask for the code word, and if they don't get the code word, they don't go with that person. We have those types of safety measures, laid out with our kids for situations like this. So if we were out and about and something happened, I would hope that they would follow the training that we've put into them. So we've set these things up, and then we have nights where we actually practice them. So we actually do drills and we practice these things. Another thing my husband does is he'll dress up in like snow pants and a big snowsuit, and then he'll pretend to like grab the kids and take them, and then they practice like kicking and biting and fighting and screaming and trying to get out of their hands. So that's another cool thing that you can do with your kids. But everything's okay. We're safe. The crime here on the east side of St. Paul has gotten just ridiculous. And I think it's partially due to the cuts that we've made in the police department. And I also think it's partially to do with just how stripped of their abilities our officers are recently. Law enforcement, due to everything that happened with George Floyd and all of that stuff. So it's really sad, and we're definitely seeing the effects of it personally. And I know every single one of my close friends, neighbors, and relatives in the area also have noticed that it's gotten really bad, and we're heading in the wrong direction. And so this is what happened the other night, and my husband's running for office again. He wants to support the police, and he's doing everything he can to do that. So, yeah, just wanted to share that.